Okay, so it is going to be an emotionally rattling week. I do feel that a lot of you might be dealing with um, flaky people, first of all. And because they are very flaky, you are counting on them to follow through with something. And it's problematic, okay? And I know that you give people the benefit of the doubt. If they do it once, you keep quiet about it, okay? But the important thing to know is that once is enough. I do sense that you're dealing with a very young energy, be it like biologically or just, emotionally. I do sense that you should vent your frustration or you should, have a talk with them, mainly because they don't think they did anything wrong. But if, projects, especially work projects, are dependent upon your participation or your collaboration with the other person, and they leave you hanging, that's going to be very problematic for the whole team or the whole company's credibility in the eyes of the public, okay? So this is something that is bigger than yourselves. That's bigger than you and the other person. So I do sense that the balance needs to be restored here in order for the whole company, the whole organization, or everybody involved, for them to proceed ahead without further, obstacles, okay, further roadblocks. So I hope that makes sense for you. That's a big theme I'm sensing here because we have the major arcana card that's coming in, which is the Empress, okay? The Empress all about like empire building. So this is expansion, and I do feel that the whole issue of establishing your domain and fostering your credibility is going to be very, very important. So it's sort of like everyone has their role in this organization, and one weak link is going to make everything fall apart. Okay? So if there is a problem, address it very early on so that this person doesn't become a nuisance, and especially so that you don't enable this same type of behavior in another person. So a lot of you are very hesitant about doing this, especially in the first infraction. But I do sense down the line it is going to be problematic and it might like snowball. So be careful about that and try to approach this in a very diplomatic manner the first time. Otherwise, you might be a little more volatile the second and third time they mess up, okay? So please keep that in mind. In the past too, I feel that a lot of you, this is your card here, so I'm not reading it so much as the devil. I'm reading this as the card for Capricorn. You're in a good place. You feel like, the puppeteer, which is you have a lot of control in this situation. So I do feel a lot of you might be like, upper management level position, and you're in a good spot financially. You're also like in a good spot in terms of your professional is your professional life, okay? So you're very established and you feel like you feel in control, and that's what you really ultimately want to be. This is throwing a wrench in the works, okay? This troublesome energy coming from another person. So just be careful, and you will be emotionally rattled, and you're going to put on a brave face, I'm sensing. The thing that's crowning you here is you have some divine intervention. I call this like the fairy godmother, and it's sort of like somebody that is that takes care of the plant, that's giving the plant nutrition, sunlight, and all the good things in life, that's making it grow, okay? So somebody is grooming you. You're in this position. Someone else that is like your supervisor is grooming you for greatness, okay? And because of it, you feel like they're doing so much to help you that you have to outperform. And there's nothing wrong with like expecting a lot from ourselves, but just make sure it's not at the expense of your health, it's not at the expense of your leisure time. Because I feel like Capricorns in general, and especially in the past and now, you are very capable. You're like the puppeteer, you're in control all the time. And it is scary how emotionally collected and in control you are at like in the most dire situations. This person, this fairy godmother, senses that this is someone that's willing to help you. They know that about you, so you don't have to like outperform. To you don't have to feel as if um, just because they're helping you. They're helping you because they see greatness in you. So you don't have to like compensate by, putting more of a burden upon yourself to prove that they're investing in the right person. It just doesn't make sense, okay? So just go about what you've been doing, and I feel that they're going to see that. So we have this really nice card, which is the Empress. This is like, it's like this person causes a little bit of a diversion at work, and you skillfully stepped in and alleviated the situation. So you reclaim your territory. You were able to salvage your credibility. And I wouldn't say salvage, you were able to like restore, or even like to fix the situation before it got out of control. Okay, so in general, that's what's coming in. And the way that I would say, talk to this other person to mitigate this from happening in the future. Okay, so you have a choice here what you want to do in how you want to resolve the situation. As for what's in your subconscious that you're not aware of, is the Page of Coins. And the Page of Coins in this situation, I do feel, let me see, yeah, so I do sense in general that on the financial front, the other person, they're grooming you because they know your capabilities, and they know that somehow in this company, in this organization, you're somewhat underpaid. Okay, you're like underemployed. You don't know it yet, and you're doing a lot of work to make up for this to live up to this person's expectations. But they already see a lot of good things in you, and they're trying to help you because they feel as if you're underemployed. Okay, so even though you're like middle management, I feel that there's a great income disparity between what you're making and what somebody in your same um, position with your with your same job title, excuse me, is making. So there's a little bit of a lack of monetary gains here, and it might be a structural issue. It might just be that they're hiring younger, newer people to fill these vacancies. So they're willing to pay them less, mainly because you don't have as much work experience as another person. So that could be the case. But what I am sensing here, the advice is the Two of Coins. The Two of Coins is all about like, that juggling act. And in the reverse position, I do feel in general that I wouldn't say a promotion, but I do feel that you are very resourceful and you're going to be able to juggle this situation. So the point of it is, if there is a situation where you feel like you're very underpaid, it is important to speak out for yourself, okay? And it is going to be in your favor. I do feel that at the end of this, you're going to get good news. And we have the Page of Wands here. This is the messenger of good news, actually. This is like additional work projects that you can take on to prove your worth, to prove your capabilities, okay? And as a result, I do sense that new work situations or um, new promotions or new pay increases will be in the picture. It's not going to happen for this week, but in general, the advice here is, if there is an imbalance based on the amount of work that you're doing, based on how much you and another person with your same position is getting paid, then try to fix that issue and try to, speak to management about this issue. Speak to your supervisor, because your supervisor is really appreciative of your work, and they see your worth. Okay, so this is the person that is that will give, I guess, like that acknowledges value in other people, and they will give credit where credit is due. So if you want to piggyback off if you want to piggyback off that situation, you can ask for a pay increase, okay? You can ask for additional funding. You can ask for the world, and they will actually give that to you. So it looks very good. Your hopes and fears here, we have the the Eight of Swords. So once again, this is kind of like a little bit of an inferiority complex from your end. You don't really know where you stand with other people, but I would say, this person is grooming you, so don't overthink it, okay? And for the outcome here, we do have the Death card in the reverse position. So I do feel for this week, there is a little bit of an energy in which you have to redo However, the burden is not so great. You're going back to a previous project. So, for example, if there is a situation in which somebody messes up, okay, you tell them, you know, you messed up, you really should fix it. They're going back to fix it rather than you having to fix it. So I got the same type of energy for Virgos, and I feel that with Taurus as well. So you, it's potentially happening for all earth signs in general, but what I am sensing here is you know, like you and Taurus have a very good sense of responsibility, personal responsibility and work responsibility, and Virgos as well, but Virgos approach this in a different manner, and Virgos want things done right, so they will take it upon themselves to fix mistakes caused by other people. And I do feel a similar energy here, but I do sense that you are not going to take on this additional burden from other people. You know how to use office politics to your benefit, and that's something that Virgo's not very good at. So Virgo ends up taking on, you know, responsibilities of other people. Okay, you and Taurus are very good at navigating office politics, and you're able to do it in a way that you're still coming across as very diplomatic but you and nice, but without being a pushover. So that's a really good energy here. So whoever messed up, they're going to have to go back and fix it. So the energy here is that you have to monitor them because you're, you know, middle management. So you're going to have to like look over their shoulders to make sure that they're doing it the right time. They're doing the right thing this time around, excuse me. And because of it, I do sense that you know, the walls are all coming down. This situation is going to have a very good outcome, okay? And in all fairness, I do sense that for those of you who might be dealing with like a legal issue, in which, you know, like I said, with legal issues, this is something that is bigger than ourselves, okay? So when it comes to like an institutional setting, when it comes to a legal issue, especially a serious legal issues, mistakes can have dire consequences. So if this is caught, make sure the other person does it, like fixes it so that they learn. So make sure you do that. Otherwise, it can be potentially risky for you and your credibility and your reputation, okay, because of this unruly subordinate. And then I do sense in general that if they ask you, you know, who made the mistakes, just be honest about it, okay? It has no really it doesn't have any bearing on the work dynamics. Just be honest and state your case, okay? So in general, for those of you who are, you know, on the dating front, I do feel that a lot of you might be dealing with a fire sign, okay? This is a very young fire sign, so just be very careful about their intentions with you. If you're looking for stability, if you're looking for like long-term commitment, I don't feel that is going to come in for you with the fire sign. For those of you who are dealing with like an air sign and you're looking for stability and you're looking for a partner, if it's an air sign that, so we have the, yeah, so it's, if it's an air sign in general, okay, air, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, I feel that this person is going to be like, first of all, very intelligent and very diligent as well. So this is a good partner. This is somebody that you can count on. And the danger is that there might not be a very strong emotional connection, but there is a very strong friendship too that can be established from this. So even if things don't work out on the romantic front, I do feel that there's a, this person has like very, this person is going to still be in your life as a friend, okay? So there's a very good, stable energy about the air sign person. The fire sign means well, but they don't really follow through. There's a little bit of a flakiness about them and a sense of like a lack of personal responsibility. So just be careful in that regards, okay? So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Don't take work home with you. Take some time off for yourself. And again, with the moon card, I believe Virgo got the same card. So, you know, music. Music is going to be very beneficial. It is going to break you out of your rut, okay? And Aquarius got the same card. So if you are dealing with like an air sign that it could potentially be an Aquarius because they got the same concert card. So you might be meeting up with an Aquarius. You might also be, I guess, like interacting with an Aquarius. So if that works out for you, let me know how that plays out, okay?